Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Outhouse Thoughts. I want to start out by saying my dog is under the table, so if you hear any weird sniffing or whatever sounds, I promise that's the dog and not me, because you'll see me if I'm making any weird noises, which I sometimes tend to make, but not those. That's just weird. Okay. Also, before we get started, I know some amount of weeks ago I talked about family, and I just need to get this off my fucking chest. Um, so my wife got a new car yesterday or Saturday. And I need to point out through this entire process, I was asleep on the couch. Um, I knew she was going to start test driving cars because she has to start going back to work into the city. I live in New Jersey. She works in New York City. It's like an hour and a half ish drive, depending on when you go. More traffic, less traffic, depending on rush hour or not. All besides the point. She drove an SUV. Now she has a half electric, half gas thing. Again, all besides the point. So my aunt, um, yeah, has always been in money trouble. She is not wise with her money, and just shit always seems to happen. And 6 years ago, when I got a new car, I was giving her son, my cousin, that's the word, my old car, and my fucking sister-in-law, who I never even talked about, my wife's sister, fucking totaled the car before I could actually give it to him. So Trish gets a new car. Trish is my wife, and calls Aunt Sharon immediately, and it's just like, "Look, I know your husband's car is falling apart. I'm getting a new car. Do you want my truck? It's an SUV, whatever." And oh, thank you, yes, so much. That's great. And my dog's knocking shit over, and it was a wonderful, happy time. And then about an hour later, my aunt shows up. Your mother's really upset. What happened? Well, you should have called her before you called me. And Sharon, what the fuck are you talking about? Again, I was asleep. I didn't even know Trish gave her old car. I assumed she traded it in. Well, Trish gave me gave me the Ford, and you know, you should have called your mom first. I didn't do this. Why? What? So, yes, my mother is angry because we did not call her first. Again, I say we as in I had any part in this. Um, and to put it out there, my wife is more bitter about the stuff that happened when I was sick than I am, because again, she was awake and conscious for all of it and saw firsthand how it affected me, who was sick. So, regardless, we honestly just had no idea that my mom would need anything. And while I kind of hate the squeaky wheel gets the grease saying, which I did double check. Now, like, I have to check every fucking idiom that I use to see if it's the whole thing or if it was something else. While no one knows the origin, that is, in fact, from all the history can tell, that is the full saying. Um, I hate that because I am not the squeaky wheel. It is also why I went straight from stomach pains to cancer, because I never said anything. And probably if I would have gotten checks months before, probably couldn't stop before it turned into full on cancer. But, I'm no one's burden, and I don't say things. And I mean, that's just kind of honestly the truth. My mom never said that either her or my stepdad's car was failing in any way, shape, or form. But we knew Aunt Sharon's, I could just say my uncle, even though she's remarried, my uncle's car was dying. And he's used to having at least an SUV, no less a pickup truck. And he's been driving a broken down sedan for a while. So, of course, first thing my wife thought of was, let's call Uncle Rich and see if he needs it. And yeah, completely just fucking killed the day. Like, my wife was not literally skipping around, metaphorically skipping around, prancing everywhere that she got a new car and she's super happy about it. She loves that it's half electric. She's got this fancy giant plug. The freaking plug has an LED screen. That's how fancy this freaking car is. Sorry, the dog's biting my hands. And then all of a sudden, my mom's mad, so the day is just fucking ruined because it keeps getting brought up, keeps bringing, and it's just, at no point in any of this was about her. None of it. But all of a sudden, the entire day's about her. And just completely fucking ruined it. Of course, it faded away, and now we're just excited with all the new fancy buttons about the car and the fact that it gets like 999 miles per gallon because half the time you're not using gas. And it's fucking cool, but I just really need to fucking complain about that for a second. And can't complain it to my wife because it happened to her, and I don't really talk to anyone else. So there's you guys. Also, real quick, This is my dog. Say hi, Chewy. Okay. So that's the monster that's going to be eating me, my hands, and all of the toys that are on the floor while I'm sitting here trying to record. Well, that was one hell of a divergence from the beginning, right? You know, partially me avoiding starting it to talk about anything serious, and part of me just wanted to complain because, again, like, I don't really have anybody I talk to. So I wanted to talk today about. I can't find a right way to word this. I so far have titled this episode "State of Mind," and I don't even know if that's really right because at first I wanted to. Okay, let's just get into it. That's the easiest way to do it. All right, so my brain is broken. Sorry, dog hair. We're stressed. Okay, life is a lot of work. This freaking dog's a lot of work. My kids are a lot of work. You have your own stuff going on that I don't have going on. You're stressed. You take a day off of work. You send your kids to your parents or your in-laws. You send the dog to doggy daycare. You just have a day or two in the house by yourself completely alone. It's fucking wonderful. You go on vacation and it takes some time, a day or two in, you realize, wait, I'm not home. I don't have this shit going on. And you're relaxed. Feels great, right? But here's the thing. Like, let me talk about, let's be specific. Last weekend was a very shitty weekend. Actually, this past week has been really shitty. Like I said a few weeks ago when I was talking about me being sick, this week is very shitty for me because 7/17 is the anniversary of me finding out I had cancer, and that was Saturday, and Saturday was a very shitty day. Well, Friday maybe, I don't know. Regardless, I was very stressed because I hate that fucking day, and my kids ended up sleeping at my in-laws, and after a couple of glasses of scotch and everything, completely just shed all of that shit. Like I felt okay. I can't say I felt better. I can't say I felt good, but still. And then the kids came home, and it's just like no relaxation ever happened. It's just back to the stressors of my kids are fighting. Back to, oh, got to make this for my kid. Got to make that for my kid. My kids will never eat the same thing, so I have to make this and that. Oh man, there's so much fucking laundry to do. Like all of a sudden, right away, it all just comes rushing back. I feel like I don't know if that's just me. Like I always feel like everything is just me because I always have to feel like I'm the crazy one, even though I know there's so many people that have things worse than I do, and there's blah 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 blah. But I have to feel like I'm special about something, right? And like I feel like that other people like that relaxation carries over. It changes like your mindset is changed at least for a little while, right? Like you gain that perspective of like, no, I'm calm. I can do this at a different pace. I'm not coming into this day with as much stress as I normally am coming into. That feels like really weird worded. But that's again not how my brain works. Like I go on vacation and it's fucking wonderful and I'm relaxed. It's great. And then I get home and I start the, next day or whenever I start work and right back to where I was. It's like I never went away, except it's even worse because I have a week's worth of emails sitting up piled up. Because let's face it, who the fuck does your job if you're not there? I guess technically in a good company, you will have someone covering for you, but I don't work for a good company, so I don't have anyone covering for me. And it's just like there's no lasting impact of that vacation. It is literally just back to the way it was. And the problem with that is, well, it almost makes it, I don't want to say it makes it worthless because while you're there, while you're relaxing, it's fucking great. And I think the point of these things is to sort of have a lasting effect afterwards, after you leave. Like, like vacations and spa treatments. And oh, by the way, manis and pedis are fucking wonderful. Even if you're not the kind of person like my wife and I have matching nail colors and toe colors. Even if you're not the kind of dude that walks around with nail polish, which I clearly am because I kind of like it. Um, the hand massages, the foot massages, we got like some sort of hot stone thing on our legs. It was fucking wonderful. It's so fucking relaxing. Absolutely worth it. Like that kind of stuff, like it feels great while it's happening. You feel relaxed. You like, oh, weight lifted off your shoulder. You're sitting in a freaking massage chair for an hour. It's fucking great. But like I walk out the door and it's just like, that was a great hour. That changed nothing of my life. I I mean, and let's keep breaking it down, keep breaking it down, keep breaking it down. Therapy. Therapy is great. Therapy is wonderful. And like you walk, there are times at least where you walk out of therapy and you're just like, wow, that was really good. Like I feel that in here. That's wonderful. Like so much stress is just gone because I said something or another, or I learned something about myself, or I found a coping mechanism I didn't have before. And while at least with that last one with the coping mechanisms, like you legitimately have to practice those. It's not just like bing, you learn something and it sticks with you forever, because why should anything be easy, right? Like I wish things were like they were in TV every once in a while, where it's just like, oh, I learned this about me, all of a sudden I'm never going to make that mistake again, and my life is absolutely better for pinpointing that one thing that sort of made everything go wrong. And or I learned this one thing and now I'm going to see things in a new light every way, every time, ever since. It's not how it fucking works. It's really fucking annoying. But again, when you do learn them, these coping mechanisms, you go over and over and over again. It does actually have a long lasting effect. Just like that. I just wish things were easy and they never fucking are. It's really just goddamn annoying. Yeah, I kind of got lost in my head there and I forgot what we were really talking about. Therapy. Okay. Yeah. So like you get this wonderful light feeling in your chest, like you just like took something off and put it over there. And then all of a sudden it's just like, okay, cool, back to my everyday life. Let me just pick that back up and put that right back on here. And it's just like, I feel like I'm not going to say it's just me, because nothing is just me. And no, in this case, I'm a little sad about that because it sucks that other people have to go through the shit I have to go through. But like, I feel like there's like that the point of all of this stuff is to impact the long term. And I haven't found anything that impacts long term. And the thing that really sucks about all of this, what I haven't brought up yet, happiness. Like, of course, sadness, all the it's really just fucked up that our brains are wired to retain negativity. And while you keep a lot of your happy stuff, it's buried and you have to find ways to get to it. But your brain will always remember the stupid shit you're done. Your brain will always remember the negative things people say about you. Your negative experiences will always come to the top easier than all of the positive stuff, which is really just kind of like your brain just being like, eh. And it's awful and it sucks, but like something will happen and it'll make me happy. My kids randomly just come in and hug me, tell me I'm the best dad ever, and it's the greatest fucking feeling in the world. And then they walk away and I'm just like playing games on my phone and I'm just like, wait, why am I sad now? What the hell just happened? Like, an amazing thing just happened. Why did this go away? And yes, I completely understand that even on my meds, which I have gotten after upping them a couple of months ago at this point, it's gotten better. And maybe it is still a problem with wrong meds, wrong level of meds, that I can't maintain a level of happiness, but like it goes away and I'm just like, why? Why the fuck did that go away? What's going on? Like this was fucking amazing. Like I was just out of nowhere. My kids just decided to tell me how awesome I am, and especially because my ridiculous low self-esteem, which happens for God knows what reason, I constantly question whether I'm a good dad or not. Like I'm sitting there on the couch with my kids, they're on their iPads, I'm on my phone. And in my head, like that's spending time together. I get that's not the ideal, playing board games, playing sports, doing whatever, but like modern day, my kids are happy, I'm happy, we're in the same room, we show each other funny stuff that happens. My son shows me when he beats boards on video games. My daughter has to show me every 4 seconds of every stupid video that she watches, and like but I'm like, wow, I'm fucking awful, we should be doing something. But like, what do we do? Like, I especially in like still in a kind of a pandemic frame of mind, what do we do? We can't really go places. There's not much to really do around yet because a lot of to do kind of places haven't really opened up yet. Um, I guess, I don't know. It's just me fighting me for the sake of fighting me. So there, like, I wish there was an answer to the end. I wish there's an answer to all of this, but you know, like, I don't really know how to end this one. I guess it's just, I don't know. As always, I never know what the fuck to say. Like, I feel like positive things should affect long term you just the same way that negative stuff does. And while, again, I was a psych major, I watch enough TV, I've read enough shit that I completely understand that our brains are assholes and wired to link to negativity easier than it is positivity, if it does retain positivity at all. And my brain, which is negative in the first place, makes it even harder to grab hold on to that positivity. And yeah, I know. Then, you know, either up meds, go back to therapy, which I shouldn't have stopped in the first place. I'm just an asshole. And yeah, I don't know. So, man, if you have a trick, let me know. Anyone out there listening who just knows, like, oh man, this positive thing happened, and I'm just gonna like staple that shit to my forehead. I don't want to do that. That sounds painful. I don't know. Try and keep your happiness is, I guess, what it comes down to. I do my best. I don't know why it doesn't work. You know, I still go on vacations. I still enjoy them while they happen. I kind of wish that feeling hung around longer. I guess mostly because I'm just confronted with a lot of negative shit all the time, at least in my head, whether it's real or not. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to keep going in circles at this point, so I might as well just say thanks for stopping by for another episode of Outhouse Thoughts. I wish you all happiness that lasts longer than mine does. Hope it lasts forever. Be good, everyone.